Gracias, señor. Buenas tardes, everybody. So, as you heard from Eric Guerra this morning, and he's my city council member. I'm his ward boss. He refers to me as an island Mexican. So, in recognition of all the cultural similarities, and also the fact that the Spanish were kidnapping Filipinos and taking them to the state of Guerrero, which now has 10% of the people have Filipino genes. So I can claim to be very closely related to the Hispanic community. So as Jose mentioned, I'm the president of the SMUD Board. And the reason there were two reasons that I ran for the SMUD Board. One was I wanted to make sure that we accelerated the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions associated with our electricity sources. And the other reason was I live in South Sacramento, which is a big red dot. If you look at environmental justice maps of people who are living in poverty and exposed to pollutants and lacking opportunities, there's a big red dot that basically covers my ward. And I wanted to make sure that SMUD addressed those disparities and started investing in disadvantaged communities. And so what we've done over the last several years, we adopted a 2030 zero carbon plan, which we directed our staff eliminate carbon from all of our electricity sources by 2030. So we're the largest major utility in the country to have such an ambitious goal. It's way more ambitious than any other utility in the country. And the other thing that we're doing is we're using that as an opportunity and really instilling in our whole business model the idea that we are going to invest in the communities that have traditionally been left behind. And we're doing that through investments in electrification, access to electric vehicles, economic development. We have partners with, including like our Hispanic Chamber, where we partner with them to help businesses do more business with us. So the Hispanic community and the Asian community and the Black community have gotten over $200 million a year of contracts awarded to them through our SEED program. We support workforce development. We've recently graduated a class of young people, 27 young people out of primarily young people of color, in our line workers scholarship program, to give them the skills to make them much more likely to be successful in competing for jobs that have traditionally been, let's just say, not very diverse in their composition. So, from our first class, we hired immediately after that class graduated 5 people into our apprentice line workers. They start at $44 an hour. Our line workers, the starting pay for our line workers is $77 an hour, and most of them make over $200,000 a year. So what I'm hoping that we can do is spread the idea of how an electric utility can invest in the community, whether it's a publicly owned utility or an investor-owned utility. And if you live in California, you're aware of the community choice aggregations, which are run by cities and counties, and they have the authority to invest in workforce development, in supporting STEM education, in response to the criticism, or really just the issue that kids that are in the 3rd grade, they're not exposed to these pathways, either vocational or through STEM education, becoming engineers, becoming accountants, becoming all these different pathways that can be involved in the energy field. We're supporting an ecosystem that involves a lot of different stakeholders, the chambers, the unions, the business community in general, and creating that so that there's economic opportunity that will help build, that's the other side of affordability. If people don't have good jobs, it doesn't matter that you have, incentives to electrify your home. So we've positioned ourselves to do all those things, and I think that there's a lot of opportunities for us to partner. If you do business here in Sacramento, invite you to talk to us and see how we can support what you're doing. And then we'll come out and we share that information about the types of things that we're doing, things that you can demand from your school district or your community college district or your business community, not necessarily demand, but let's all work together. And there's a lot of different ways that we can all work together as a society to advance everybody who's traditionally been left behind. So we're going to have a clean energy transition over the next several decades, and we are not going to leave people behind. We're going to lift everybody up. But thank you very much for inviting me. I wasn't expecting that, but.